My 150,000 Arbitrum long almost got liquidated. Right here, we can see we were reaching the price as low as 0.85 on BitGet. And my loan has a liquidation price of 0.79. And to be honest, I screwed up. I screwed up with my loan because the idea in the first place was to actually set a limit loan around 0.8, 0.9 levels to actually enter additional long as well. Unfortunately, I did not do that. That's why I'm down $7,000 at this stage instead of actually being in very, very nice profits. Let's talk about what I think will be happening next. Should you be buying currently? What if you got just liquidated savagely, losing all of your money? What should you be doing next? What if your meme coins are surging down and you are in very, very negative profits? What you should be doing currently? Are we going into sideways action with a chop, with us going down for 6 months straight? Until the end of the year, right? Because closer to the end of the year, they will still be doing something. Or are we going to actually see a different situation on the marketplace? Let's actually dive in. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's actually start. Here is what I think will actually be happening next. Let me show you something. A lot of people are calling for dump and things like that. I think that they're right. At the same time, I think that they will get fucked. I think that they are right with altcoins. I think that we will see a surge in Bitcoin dominance. We would see Bitcoin ecosystem surging up in upcoming 15-30 days. And the fact that no one in the fuck knows what is the Bitcoin ecosystem, what the ordinals, how to use Unisat, how to use Xverse wallet. We will have BTC ecosystem surging up. Reasons for that is the launch of runes. We'll have Bitcoin halving. There are a bunch of layer 2s actually launching at 20th of April with a bunch of other products and other projects, and all of them, they will actually be spending millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing money to actually attract people into the Bitcoin ecosystem. And bears, they will be screaming about everything dumping. I think they are right, but I think that they are right on altcoins. I think what will be happening is that liquidity from altcoins will actually be flowing into the ecosystem of Bitcoin. Therefore, I do expect alts to continue to dump 10, 15, 20% from here. And your altcoins will in general be getting fucked. And it's very, very interesting that we are already not very, very early to this narrative of Bitcoin ecosystem, but we are early to Ethereum ETF. We are early to certain projects that are there. Some of them might even be losing in market cap, but I will explain to you exactly, because people who are controlling Bitcoin ecosystem, they are Ethereum guys. They will be taking the profits from you, use you as exit liquidity, and they will put it back into Ethereum, to their alma mater. It's quite interesting. I think over time I will just start rewatching my videos from before, and I would not have to do any new videos anymore. And you know that this video was published one day ago after the dump, but I'm recording my videos in the mornings, and I actually have a proof that I was talking about these things before the dump happened. Unfortunately, it does not help you, but at the same time, in my private channel, I was calling these thoughts before I actually created this video. Right here, my Finder, 20th of April, source video. Ethereum guys, they will be taking the... This is the one. Started to be recorded at 5 p.m. 19 minutes. We can check out currently as well, 5 p.m. 19 minutes, no dump. BTC is $70,000. Called exactly the fact that alts will be dumping. Called exactly that dominance will be surging up. Called exactly that Bitcoin ecosystem will be surging up like crazy. It's not happening yet, but I can assure you it will be happening closer to the halving. And I'm calling exactly that after we would have alt season in Bitcoin ecosystem, we will be having alt season in Ethereum, along with alts pumping up as well, due to Ethereum ETF. This is my thesis at this stage. This is what I called before this dump actually happened. And this is what I'm staying alone with. A bunch of bears on the marketplace are calling for lower currently. Let's wait what will be happening with the war situation, things like that. And they all look so smart at this stage because they were calling the dump for months. But you know what? They won't be able to buy bobo at 2 million market cap. Because I was buying. I was not waiting for lower, right? At the same time, I get liquidated for $100,000. Who cares? I just re-entered my Arbitrum loan, and it's very interesting that right now I'm not exposed to altcoins like at all. I just have my Arbitrum loan. And you might say, well, it's not that great and things like that, but let me ask you a question. Where the profits from altcoins will eventually end up in? They will be ending up in Memecoins. Because people will be following the concept of house money. They will feel they made too much money. They would want to gamble. They would want to play around as well. Some people are saying that the market down because of some news of additional war being added into the world with Iran and some other countries, right? You have to understand that news are being created for the market. The President of the United States calls leaders of Iran and just says, hey, we are in shorts. Let's actually publish this news. Send some drones, do some things. We want to make some money today. Let's actually do that. I want to liquidate. I want to liquidate some people. I want to have some money for ice cream. And you might think it's insane. It's not what's happening. It's exactly what is happening. News are being created to explain movements on the market. And what's funny is that when Iran actually declared non-flying space, and you know what's actually quite funny is the fact that when Iran today declared no-fly zone above Iran, I was actually in the air above Iran. Very fucking interesting. A message from one of the private chats I'm in, my message, on Friday, right? You can see, Friday. I also see a lot of bears on the market calling for lower. Might be happening with us just getting BTC season and BTC Echo season with the bears getting fucked. Or being right on altcoins and not BTC and its Echo. Launch of a bunch of mainnets on layer 2s also helps this thesis as they will be spending marketing money to acquire TVL. I do actually view this correction as something very healthy happening on the marketplace. We have to check out the charts. We have to understand what was happening with the market in the last correction like this. We have to know as well that for these people to be able to print money, they need to look as heroes in the eyes of their people, right? Current dump is very similar to COVID dump from my point of view. Right here, I even saw some comparison that right now the way altcoins actually corrected in comparison to the BTC value is something that we did not see since these times exactly, which is so crazy. With these COVID like Black Swan event, 50% on BTC, and currently it's so funny because BTC corrected 6%, 7%, and altcoins they're just dead, like right away, just to zero. And I found out that most people actually were holding altcoins with leverage. I thought I'm smart with my strategy, with my 3x leverage and things like that. It's quite not risky and things like that. And I saw some comments with some people saying, Stan, you've lost so much money, why you keep entering leverage and things like that. In the first place, the reason the longs were actually liquidated is because of the fact that I was taking the margin out and I was taking some profits out as well. So I can't say that I lost like the whole sum, because in all the longs I might have lost maybe 6 to 7k. In new ones, yeah, probably 40, 60, 70k, somewhere around that. I still want to have this larger exposure into the market, and I do think that we are very close to bottom on the many altcoins. I do think that they are oversold currently, and this thing with a lower low that I actually called yesterday on altcoins is just so crazy. It would be a very interesting manipulation by market makers to just pump the prices of altcoins up, but I do think we would be seeing a chop for altcoins. They would be going sideways for around several, like 3 weeks at this stage. That's the time frame that I have. I think closer to the end of May, they will start to move because of Ethereum ETF and because I do expect Bitcoin dominance to actually start to drop closer to the start of May. Because of the reasons it's surging up already for many months, because of the reasons halving would already be in the past, along with Bitcoin ecosystem doing quite well as well. I think first drop in dominance would positively impact Bitcoin ecosystem, and once dominance will continue to go down, we will finally have our alt season because, as mentioned in the previous videos, the guys that are pumping Bitcoin ecosystem currently, they're not native Bitcoin ecosystem guys. Most of them are Ethereum guys in the first place. They will be taking their profits and they will be buying their Ethereum. And Ethereum right now is pretty much at absolute lows, historic lows to BTC. It's so crazy to actually see Ethereum at these levels. 0.08. This is the chart of performance of Ethereum in comparison to BTC. A generational opportunity to just throw your money into anything connected to Ethereum. Arbitrum, Starknet, all these layer 2s. But bobo will be doing the best. Bobo, man, I won't be surprised if you would be seeing bobo at around $500 million market cap, closer to the end of May, start of June. It would be so interesting. And overall, you might see that I'm still bullish. And a lot of people are telling you that finally you actually would stop to listen to your bull influencers telling you about 100x's and things like that. In the first place, I called the crash. I called the bleeding on altcoins before that. The video, unfortunately, was not published on time. It was recorded on time. And in my private channel, I actually called it in the first place. And in several videos before. Because I was doing a video on altcoins to buy when BTC dips to 48k. It's quite hard to see Bitcoin dip into 48k, and I would say that you should not care, because most of us were still sitting in altcoins. Most of us were still sitting in meme coins. I believe for altcoins, not for memes, for altcoins, we are very close to the local bottom. I believe the only thing you need to do currently is to actually buy. I also saw a comment under a previous video that I called the crash, and I also told people to actually be dead. Yes, I do think that if you were not taking profits and if you were not on leverage, if you would just be doing nothing, you would still be doing very well. You bought your SUI at like 1.5, 1.7, you bought your Arbitrum at $2, maybe 1.5 bucks, you DCA'd in. You can DCA in currently as well. Over a long time, you would still be in crazy profits if you would just be doing nothing. Each and every larger run was predetermined with larger dump. You need to understand why things are running in the first place. Things are not running when there are a bunch of tourists. Bobo, before it actually ran 20x's, it dipped 70%. It went from $4 million market cap to 1.1. This is something that teams of the projects often would be doing on purpose to get out the tourists, to create the necessary FOMO. Because imagine you just sold your boba at 1.5 million market cap. Tomorrow you wake up, you see it at 6 million market cap. You buy in. You don't want to lose your position because you sold, because you missed this thing. Large altcoins and altcoin market in general moves exactly the same. When we have all these leverage longs opened, when we have a bunch of people sitting on spot in all these altcoins, it's very hard to push the price for the market makers. They don't need to do that. Why they need to do that? Because if they would push the price 70%, a bunch of you would be taking profits right away. Therefore, you will be dumping on the market makers. You will be dumping your funds on people who are using their funds to actually push the price of the token up. It's way easier to just dump the whole thing, take your money, have additional fuel to actually pump the price, create a second low, so you would be scared as shit. So you would start to listen to your bear market profits and listen and think, oh, Arbitrum is at 1.16. Stan is down because he longed it yesterday, because it actually went to 0.8. I will wait till 0.6. What's your upside? You're trying to get 10, 20, 30% upside or protect this type of downside, risking larger potential return. This is a great time to buy. I would say you need to buy left a bit if you still think we will be seeing certain corrections and things like that. I really doubt at this stage that we will be able to see altcoins lower. Meme coins, easily, we might be, because meme market was not shaken out that hard. And it's quite interesting because I don't think that people want to sell the memes, because they understand if they got a great entry into winning meme, they won already. They just need to survive. They just need to hold. And with altcoins, there was a bunch of degenerates like me as well on leverage who just got liquidated cascadedly, one by one. Market makers took our money and now they will push our assets, with a bunch of us not sitting in these assets at this stage. A bunch of people leaving the market, losing money, thinking it's all a scam. Obviously it's a scam in the first place, but we have to play this scam because the opportunity just crazy. It's also quite interesting to see how market is actually reacting to war. And we already see some messages from US and from Iran that we want a diplomatic type of thing. So it's like a scam in the first place. They created this news to take your money. And even not them, because market makers just use this news to take your money. It's so funny, like how stupid this market, like crypto market, still is, and me myself as well, because I lost a bunch of money on this thing too. What is the quality of investors that are on this market currently? Just crazy. We already see the market recovering very well. We might be seeing dips, things like that. I don't think so. I think that overall the whole picture for the whole year is so beautiful. It's so great. We just had finished 2 years bear market. We should be cutting our rates. They should be printing money. They are in election year. They have a bunch of issues and different things around the world. Bunch of countries are trying to make an attempt to change the world order. They need to print money. They need these things in the first place because they can print money and they can essentially do stuff with the money that they are printing. I would say it's a very healthy correction. I think that we will be getting a sideways chop for altcoins and then they will be surging like crazy. Closer to the start of June, probably mid of June. Closer to the mid of May, probably end of May. Ethereum should be doing very well. I don't think that we will be entering like this sideways chop for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. Don't you see that speed of events? It actually start to increase with each and every day. They don't have much time. They are speeding things up to make sure they will be able to complete some of them before election. Markets are front looking. The dip that we might be getting currently is because some people expect that summer might not be that active and things like that. I don't think so. Why do we expect slow summer if markets are front looking? And they would be looking into autumn. They would be looking into election. They would be looking into rate cuts. They would be looking into money printing. They would be looking into the West and the US trying to solve the issues that the world will give to the US in an attempt to change the world order. And they solve all of the issues with money printing. They don't know anything better. And why should they if it works? Don't lose your conviction. This is one of the greatest opportunities that we should be seeing in a long time. I do think that things that will be happening, we won't be seeing them in 10-15 years. Seize it. Take it. Got liquidated. Don't want to use leverage moving forward. Don't use it. Buy your memes. Buy your alts currently. Alts are very great. Create additional sources of income. We will be entering something very nice for our assets. Probably less nice for the whole world, but for risky assets such as crypto, I do think it's all very bright. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I responded to your questions. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.